We got to get that coffee in so we can actually wake up for the day here. We got EU versus NA, which means we've got the perfect split cast here with Draco's Cadril and Kobe on deck. Draco's going to look like a traitor in this one, but it'll be just fine here. This is going to be a big decider moment here. Rogue can actually lock out C9 from even making it out of groups here if they win this one. 0-3 for C9 right now. They have yet to get their wins since they got out of play-ins here. Rogue did get one win over C9 earlier in the groups, it would look like. So they've at least got a chance here to, if they can get an upset over Dan Wonkia, who should be caring a lot less about this tournament going forward, or at least this part of the tournament going forward, and maybe even get a surprise on FPX later today. Rogue still have a chance, but it is still a strong question here. So let's go. Let's jump on into the draft. So bans coming through. Nami has gotten rid of, which means Lucian is going to be less viable. Aphelios is just straight up banned from Hansama because he is disgusting. TF has been removed as well. Yumi, Ezreal, Lee Sin taken away. And now bot lane secure, but Hansama's Draven is in play. Larson with the rise, that's acceptable. That's pretty exciting. But this Draven is here to smack people down here, and C9's going to have to find some way around it. I will say the Misfortune Leona bot lane is not to be trifled with. The value for Draven can be removed pretty readily by the all-in that Sven and Vulcan are pretty prepared to do. They were pretty prepared to actually fight their way through and out even after giving up first blood in during the play-ins. And the Graves for Fudge. So Fudge bring the Negan in, ready to actually just brawl out. And I don't think we've seen, like, it's a 57% win rate on Graves in this tournament, but it's looked pretty unstoppable on the top side because it's a bruisery, tankier, ranged, champion. It's really hard to deal with. And the Braum, so a little bit of a defensive pick, but can also brawl out as well. Block out Sven's bullet time, which we saw plenty of in the last game. So very good counter pick, very good standard counter pick here against the Misfortune. And now where are we going to go for into these bans right now? They want to try to get rid of whatever perks might want to take up, which would be the LeBlanc. Hasn't shown a lot of great success, really. Like, I'm pretty underwhelmed by LeBlanc at this tournament. Has not been able to really get in and get a lot done. We saw a pretty good set of overreaches, or at least attempts there by Abadage, I believe, yesterday. But not really able to get a lot done. Not really able to take over the map and really, cross map, make some dives occur. It's just not really been the play here. Rumble getting banned away. Kind of weird. Inspired's probably pretty good at it, but hasn't really shown itself as a incredibly viable pick. Syndral's going to be the other ban taken away from Perks, another staple of his. But we're still leaving Yone up. I don't think it'd be the best idea going all AD like that, but it would be in Perks' wheelhouse for sure.
Meanwhile, Rogue, they're probably looking to go one of two directions. Either invest more into some split pushing power or find some hard engage for themselves. Because Braum is great defensively.
Yeah, they have, Rogue currently have no engage. And the Jarvan, so getting rid of that engage option there for Inspired. So engage options, I'm thinking of Zach right now. Zach would be fantastic, really disruptive for some mobile AD carries. Olaf is still available for Inspired. It would still not allow for a lot of engage, but it would be a power pick that he has performed well on before, I believe, in spring. Oh, and there's the Kiana. That's not the most reliable engage, and it has a really high win percentage, which feels a little surprising. Probably because recency on Kiana has not looked too good. Oh, and the Olaf's got to be taken for Blabber here. I don't even have to question that one. Oh, the Irelia has not shown up very well here. Win percentage is not as big as it should be. Ban is high, but it got stuffed pretty well earlier today. So here's hoping that Perks can actually have better luck on it than Doinby did. And Blabber's going to get the Lilia. So right now we have 380 damage sources. There's the Malphite. So Odoamne, no chill. No, ready to go. Ready to throw it back at Fudge here, because Fudge is the only other player, I think, in this tournament to play Malphite. Oh, no. Oh, come on. I wanted that.
It's one of my personal favorites right now.
Alrighty.
You know,
Gwen in play. Gonna have a little bit of that mixed AP true damage here at the top side. And that skip it slash should help Odoamne in the trades here against the ranged advantage that Fudge will have on the Graves. So Rogue really kind of relying on like a flash Braum ult or a supreme display of talent out of Inspired to really start the fights that they want. If not, but like if they get to a team fight. But otherwise, this is an entirely split push thing with Inspired just hopping, skipping his way across the map to shadow Gwen, Odoamne on the top side, or Rise on the other side of the map. So very much indexing into a split push style. The team fight is still pretty strong, I would say, especially with the Braum there. Supreme Display Talent can just wipe a team as well and just allow for just the machine gun of Rise to cut through them. Meanwhile, on the side of C9, they have a pretty straight up team fight option. The split push of Graves could take over a bit, and Irelia as well. So split pushes can be met pretty well. It just comes down to like the all-in threat from the Irelia. And yeah, we just gotta see what Blabber's gonna do, because Blabber has been kind of a linchpin for this team. We haven't exactly seen anything like what happened back at MSI, but he has still been sort of the what feels like a make or break for any plans that C9 want or have made during these groups. And I wouldn't expect anything cheeky out of Inspired. It's super efficient, doesn't really vary too much in his pathing. So Blabber might actually be more likely to have a cheeky play here, or at least get a gank off. So I think Inspired's are going to go for full clear here. Oh, we're making bets on Blabber dying level 1 here. We're being very rude. Yeah. Right. And yet he shows restraint. And yet he doesn't walk forward.
You build to these crescendos in the game very early on. You know, is he going to die at level 1? Is he going to die at the second crab, the first crab?
That's literally all we're here for. We're literally just to see how Blabber dies. That's all we care about. Will he throw die early, or will he not? And give C9 a chance. Late invade. Nope. Little ward. Blabber's going to spot this. Blabber doesn't have anything. They're gonna. Oh, this is a full invade. This is a full invade for this. Blabber trying to cheek forward. He's gotten tagged. Axes are here, and this is going to be very much in their favor here. That Winter's Bite hits anyone, they are going to go down here. And now Blabber going to try to grab his chickens. Ward's going to spot that as well. But these axes are going to hurt so much and help just remove this. Oh, it's going to be engaged, and it's gotten secured. Oh, and that's going to be first blood here over onto Perks, and that is definitely not who you want. And Blabber wants it. He's going to chase over. Level 2 is in play here. That's Smite Secure has nailed it. And Hansama, I'm sorry, but any stacks you were building up have been cut in half. And C9 with the counterplay from the invade initiated by Rogue. Yeah, this is huge.
Level 1 invades, they all depend on which jungler's getting the smite, getting the level 2.
Yeah, the thing is, it was a 50-50 because Rogue saw Blabber go to Raptors. Blabber was starting the Raptors on purpose to force Rogue to do the red. He got his passive stacked up, he ran down, won the 50-50 now.
Yeah, once that Lilia gets that passive stacked up, it is very hard to catch, very hard to nail any skill shots on, because he's going to be so fast. He's also going to get these chickens. Oh, Inspired's going to be so fudged right now. And he's so low right now. There's not much else to really be done. Here comes the axe throwing. They're ready to engage on this one. Hansama's going to be cut in half as well. Vulcan, happy to trade his health for the 80 carries health. Oh, he is so busted here right now.
Sometimes it can be very frustrating as a jungler who's on the winning end of this, because you are taking away all options from Inspired, but...
Oh, it's going to be dive? Oh, this is a little tag. It's happened. It's officially happened. I don't understand what's going on anymore. Blabber does die. Blabber does die early. The thumbs up from eo120. I don't understand what's going on with Blabber anymore. He dies at like level 3, but this just gets him back to the fountain faster. And now Inspire gets to get double scuttle. This is such what and now he's fine. Now Inspired's back in the game. What in God's name, man? What the fuck? That is so unnecessary. Yeah, he has an XP advantage and now over Fudge. What the fudge? With the actual fudge. Alrighty. Okay, we're back into it. We gotta get back into it. I'm sorry. Like that's so disturbing. Miracle Run activated. Alrighty. Silly Head living up to his name here. Perks. Looking like he could be in trouble here. Inspired level 3 here, ready to go in on this. But there's going to be the stun up from Inspired here. Going to dodge out on the overload. Blabber has arrived here. Got a speedy, boys. Going to get some Q activation, but going to be able to actually fight back on this. Perks. Perks is dead. Perks is dead. Oh, baits it out, gets the kill. Oh, and here's going to be more here. Blabber's got this. Larson does not have much options here. And one more Q. Oh, he could take that. He could so take that. Gosh. That felt weird. Oh dear, and Sven and Vulcan could be in trouble here. It's going to be a teleport in from Larson. He's going to get the root up on to Sven. Sven's going to go down here, trying to get the kill secure here over to Draven, but no, Larson's going to secure it, and Vulcan trying to actually kill Draven himself here. Brawl from the support, not enough here. Hansama gets a cash in. Fantastic work there. So, Rogue looking a lot better, a little better on the coordination here than C9 right now. Oh, this is...
And with all this craziness, it's actually good that they have retained that focus. Okay, back to the Draven. Get some shutdowns here for Hans.
So let's go back to the mid play, because Perks didn't have stun because he used it to peel onto Inspired. He Q's away, so now Blabber's running away. I think Larson's waiting for...
Blabber's trying to bait this in, and here comes... He goes back in here thinking the play's like over maybe. His W's available. Gets to proc. He's trying to block out the overload, but that's going to be the go-in from Inspired, and he dives back in on Inspired. The kill gets traded out. This could have been 2-0 for Blabber, I think. I really think it could have been 2-0. I think he could have killed Rise there. The root underneath the tower is the major threat, but I still think he could have done something there. Oh, here comes the ultimate Trinby. It's going to put out the Unbreakable just to stop any extra damage, but this is going to be a very dead support here, and it's going to be Blabber 3-1, which is not a bad idea. And here comes the dive. 4-man dive coming bot side here. Hansama going to look a little rough here on a level 4. Not going to be able to really clear side. He's going to try to actually kill Sven. He's going to hold this wave, but Vulcan's just going to tank it up. Engage on. Vulcan's going to get super low, but he is going to get down to just 100. Hansama goes down. No more stacking effectively for him. Yeah, Fudge has got to be aware of this. And they can't take this turret like C9 just did. So if he gets rid of this, oh, Flash is available for him. Flashes to the side. Inspired's walking in. Oh, and here comes Supreme Display of Talent. Executed by Inspired. Very clean dive there by Rogue. And pretty expected. So, Fudge played that as well as he could have. Did burn the Ignite from eo120. So, it's okay trade. It's an okay trade. Oh yeah, the AP damage coming out from Blabber on this Lily, if he can actually start prancing around and tagging people. Oh, Hansama. Oh, but there goes the Eve, forcing the movement out with the swirl seed here. And now he's just gonna, his support's just gonna back up. Trimby knows there's nothing he can do to save the man. And there's a kill over 2 perks here, 2, 1, and 4. Getting out of lane, giving up some of that CS here, letting Larson get some turret plate action. But when you're dead, you can't get any resources. And that puts it in C9's favor here. 2k lead, Inspired trying to grab the Herald on the other side of the map here. But turret plates are going to get traded. This is good for Sven as well. And he's 20 CS up over on Sama right now, so it looked really good for Rogue with Draven getting that kill, but not playing out, too well. Yeah. Yeah, good 800 gold lead there for Sven.
Definitely true, and I like how you brought up the synergies between the Lilia and Misfortune.
Oh, I think they're aware of this here. Blabber's gonna be able to get the sleep off. Oh, Auto Omni's read it. He needs to go. Oh, but here he comes. He's gonna get the skip and slash, but Perks has arrived here, and there's the sleep on it. It's gonna be denied. Picked up by Perks. They don't mind donating that over. The more Aurelius fed, the more this game gets so easily secured. Part of me would like it on Fudge because it's Fudge, but the Graves will be just fine. Graves will be just fine. He's not too far behind anyway. CS is even 0-1 and 1 for both, and now some XP being denied as well because this wave's going to get pushed in. And Odo has no teleport, so he's going to be forced to either burn it on cooldown or just be denied an entire wave. Gale Force already completed there for Sven. So turret plate money coming in hot.
One of the metrics as well that's incredibly important to try and judge teams by for can they make good comeback attempts here in the mid stages is vision, and Perks walks right through it.
Ooh, Perks looking for a fight here, but Blabber, Fudge, everyone's here ready to party. Inspired a little bit behind the player, and now Trimmy gonna be caught out. It's gonna be the sacrificial lamb. Might be able to get himself out here. He's got the stand behind me available. He's gonna be able to make the jump. Supreme Display of Talent's going to stop Perks for just a little bit longer, but he's going to get the Flawless Duet on to Larson, and he's going to go down here, get slam dunk here, and this is Solar Flare. It's going to stop him just in time. Fudge snipes him from far away with the concussive blows. And I think they want to dive. There's going to be this tag on to Inspired. He's going to get sleepy now. Vulcan ready to engage on. He's going to get slow, but the Zenith Bit's going to find him. They need to clear this wave out. Korg's trying to get a part of this. This is going to be a little bit sloppy here. Inspired getting super low here, trying to get the kill back, but it's going to be secured out. And Perks, oh, with the damage reduction on the W. Brawl-like, skirmish-like domination here out of C9 here. Looking at 5k gold lead. This turret's going down here. Fudge's going to cash in just fine. Got 2 kills off of that play as well. Shield bow in play. Didn't even have to proc it. Didn't even have to proc it. And what is going on here? Glacial Fisher used by Trimby just to get themselves, or try to get a pick there onto Sven, I believe. Yeah, maybe Flash used by Vulcan there. But nothing used by Sven, so... yeah, not even ultimate. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. I like that. He turns around and actually just gets the ult on to Trimby and just gets his fourth proc here, the stun. But he actually gets, oh, this Flawless Duet over, just flash over and just commit on to Larson. No chance for the man. And I love the snipe from Fudge from far away.
then the top side getting those bonus ones as well.
Yeah, and
All
I'm
right.
glad you highlighted that, Kobe, because what C9 are doing is they're transitioning pressure so well. They have bot push, they invade bot, they get a pick. They
Ooh,
trade
Fudge, I think you need to run
into
away,
mid
bud.
push.
Just run straight away.
Both
Inspired's arrived.
here goes Rogue.
Oh, he's just accepting it. He's got flash, but it doesn't matter. Supreme Display Talent's going to come through. No, that's fine. Doesn't burn anything. He knows he's dead. Appreciate that.
Definitely a good play there from Rogue. I thought Fudge was about
Maybe
to
could have
go
left a
for it
little sooner, but
and hit over
fair
and
enough.
execute, but he critically does not. Definitely what Rogue want to do though, trade different sides of the map. They're completely out itemized right now because there's such a
Oh yeah,
heavy
that's all they have is cross map options.
really best case scenario for them, getting the trade on towers plus a kill.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're behind, especially like 5k gold down almost, trading evenly is always good for the losing team, right? Rogue trade towers, they trade a kill for a dragon. So in the end, when it's a first dragon, we'll take those, right, Rogue? It's an even trade, but C9 needs to make sure they're forcing more. They need to play on more lanes. Now you'll see C9 play mid to top. They've got top tier 1 and mid tier 1 as their next point of contentions with this next Herald coming up, and that's where they're going to be focusing. Rogue will start to lose out on these cross maps the longer the game goes, though.
An incredible credit to C9 for having such a dominant early game from the level.
Oh yeah, major credit for playmaking, going for these fights, going for these dives. There's probably more tower dives we've seen in this game than we have in the last like day or two. In all honesty, the bigger question I want to actually roll through is how are C9 going to actually force this to keep expanding this gold lead right now? Because if Rogue just keep trading evenly across the map and never have to really fight or engage with C9, they can keep this gold disparity close enough to where it actually ends up not mattering the later into the game we go. Granted, that's going to be like a post 30-minute world, and I sense this game should be done before then. We will see if Cloud9 is very good at closing that down, because once these outer turrets are all gone and all down, it's going to be a much bigger question of what to do here. Now Vulcan and Fudge here, 2v3, and I think they won it here. The Fudge damage is going to be able to come through. Supreme Display Talent's going to stun up Fudge. Vulcan's gone down here, and the rotation's actually a little slow here. Oh, there goes the Drowsy. Fudge trying to tag it, but a little overeager.
Confusing play from C9, I have to admit. Maybe they didn't expect that many members of Rogue being there. They had the tower. All they had to do was push the
I think they're expecting like a re-engage or something just so they would actually get them baited into the bullet time. But yeah, a little overeager, a little too willing to go in there. Not everyone in the area, or at least close enough to follow up on the engage. So kind of a reach.
The setup has been really clean there from Cloud9. You mentioned the multiple objective victories, and yet when you are in this position, you can't help but start to count these little pieces that you're throwing over. You know, kill here, kill there does add up as far as comeback potential. And if we refocus on the composition from Rogue, you know, they do have some very high damage output outs for later in the game. If they can enact a split push, you've got your scaling Gwen, scaling Rise, and Kiana has plenty of burst damage to try to set up picks.
And we saw that
Yeah,
against NX,
and
right? Perks was
frankly, Kiana's burst will be enough to just blow up Sven, blow up Blabber, chunk Fudge, or Perks very heavily. So it's really kind of like, and Kiana Inspired's like 3, 2, and 1. Like he's got a good amount of gold just from the kills. The farm advantage is definitely in Blabber's favor. Something like 60 CS over Inspired right now, which is pretty insane right now. 2-level lead for Blabber. And now here comes the bot side play. Fudge is here as well here. Teleport available, but I think they're doing like a 5-manner here. Yeah, they're just going to shove this. I think they want to get an inhibitor turret with this. All right, Fudge is finally backing. Yeah, Fudge should have been moving back here sooner. He's going to be able to actually catch that wave.
They've done such a good job this game
Yeah.
of snowballing off of that early lead. And again, as we've set up so many times, with moving immediately back out onto the map to the other side to then set up your next objective. And then they're able to chain these, pushing out the wave, rotating over so that they can keep pressure on multiple lanes.
And the thing is, at this stage of the game, even if Cloud9 don't play flawlessly, they're so far ahead that they're going to find so much leeway in plays. And I expect them to play well, don't get me wrong, but Perks is already 2 items, it's 18 minutes. You know what I mean? He can make a mistake and still probably win a 2v1. The same might even be true for Blabber. Already completing the Zanyas. It's going to be so hard for anyone on the side of Rogue to find these picks or get these big shutdowns.
Especially when you're kind of face checking with 3 melee champs and 2 short range champs into Lilia, Leona, MF. It's going to hurt.
The thing is, for Cloud9 too, today they have to remain so focused, not just through the end of this game, But then they match up versus FPX right
Ooh,
after.
Larson about to get the catch on the Fudge here. Fudge dodging out the Everfrost.
Play cleanly through all stages if they want to make that miracle comeback.
But yeah, C9 has to overperform for the day here, and they're starting out well here. They tie up the record here with Rogue. Now at that point, they just need to actually see FPX brought low. Yeah, Fudge just sacking it, and he's perfectly fine though. Still pretty even in terms of item advantage, and has a very easy time wave clearing. So they're gonna have a hard time getting any turret damage done outside of a dive. And there's the mid turret taken away for C9. So it's 4-1. So Drake, Gold lead, Cloud Drake's coming up. So we're gonna have Mountain or Infernal for today. Blabber gonna play a little cheeky here. Not really get the blue buff.
And the objective timers are desynced. Dragon is up. There's nothing on the top side for Rogue to get, so there's nothing for you to try and force a trade on. You can see at tower all Fudge has to do on Graves. You know, one of the reasons it's so highly prized. Very versatile. Wave clear is there, and Cloud9 don't have to overcommit any resources to pick up Dragon number 2. I mean, because it would be so crazy for Rogue to try and walk through
It would.
enemy vision.
It definitely would. So we're gonna have a Mountain Soul for this game, which means for the bruisery side of C9, they basically are about to have like 3 tanks if they get that soul. So that can be very scary for Rogue to try to deal with, because later game Draven not the best, not actually as good as it could be.
And one of the critical things for Cloud9 to keep in mind as they're trying to push in these waves and then set up their control around the Baron side of the map, now that Dragon is down and Baron is up, you have to move your vision there first. Because if Rogue are able to push out on the side and then get one of those picks, you know, Kiana burst damage and plenty of setup there,
Yeah.
that's where the gold starts to leak away and those comeback options start to grow. As you can see, good toggle there by the observers. Cloud9 have done just that. They're moving all of their vision over to the red quadrant behind the Baron, trying to deny Rogue any of these opportunities.
Yep. Well, time-based Royal Seed going into that brush while Vulcan's clearing out the vision. And now it's gonna be a passive push in here for Fudge, but this wave clear is just so free and so easy for him. That control ward and that tri-brush has yet to be noticed or cleared out. So a little bit of a oversight there.
Feels hard to really sell it at this point when the Aurelia is building towards Wit's End already, 3rd item, but there is always a world where Ryze, yes, short range, Gwen, yes, short range, but can be monsters that can take over.
Oh yeah, Ryze is kind of got that same scary thing of like one mythic and he's already machine gunning down like entire backlines with his QE combos. This is when our Rogue going to actually really contest, because they're still 6k down. They're 21 minutes in here, and we may not actually be seeing anything contested for another 3 minutes here. That's when the next Drake is going to be up, and that's gonna be the Drake that Rogue really probably may want to really contest on. That will be putting C9 on Soul Point.
So that you have long quarters to throw the seeds down. The swirl seed has a decently low cooldown now. That was one of the buffs to the champion. So towards late game, you just kind of go fishing and see if you can tag somebody to set up one of your ultimate combos. Exactly. You go
Yeah, just throw your seeds out, see if you can actually catch anything, and if it right.
Sleep and Misfortune ults over while everybody else collapses.
Mm-hmm.
That damage and the long range of Leona ultimate does mean you can reel that fish in. As long as it's not a 10.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of netting here in this combo. Oh, and there we go. Swirl Seed's gonna go here, but here's Supreme Display of Talent in from Inspire. It's gonna get 3 men, and that's gonna be insane here. Hansama throwing it down here, but here comes the bullet time from Sven. Odo Omni on the back, so you're trying to get something done. Blabber's gonna flash away here. Fudge going point blank here with Odo. Perks is still alive and ready to fight here in Odo. I love the flank. I love the idea here, but only Vulcan goes down the side of C9. 3 dead on the side of Rogue. Inspired with a fantastic Supreme Display of Talent, throwing 3 of them into the wall. But the stopwatches and just the gold advantage on the side of C9 allow them to live through that. Perks just face tanked all that and was able to just come on back, heal up Gore Drinker. So here comes the Baron. Huge victory for Cloud9, and that's not without a very solid attempt there by Rogue to get back into this. So they catch Tremby out, but this triple and the Glacial Fissure to knock up to here. Volker just goes down here, but Blabber with the Q coming through, and I love this from Odo Omni to get in and try to start getting something done here. Larson stops committing to this, and it's just time to run away here. They cannot fight the rest of this out. Perks is still alive. There's a reason that Aurelia has been banned so much this entire tournament. 2,400 damage, the most in that entire fight, even with how much work was being done by eo120 and Inspired. And Larson barely able to get in here. 900 damage. So just slow to the play. Could not get there in time to really make a mark. Well, yeah, it's going to blow up. Now they're going to have a 10k gold lead by the time they get done clearing out all these turrets and maybe even getting an inhibitor down. And this third Drake is all but guaranteed now. Oh, they're going to be trying to catch out Fudge here. Trying to step out. Axe is available here. Oh, it's going to be coming through. Bullet time is going to come as well here. Trimby's still up and alive here. But, oh, and Larson, no chance to get into the play there. Didn't even have stopwatch, or are they ready for that? Perks just 1v2ing backside here. Blabbers arrived to help him finish it off here. Double kill over to the Deer Man. And now it's going to be 2 inhibs down here. This could be game. Yeah, West would not be shy about taking this. 3 men down here. 20 seconds left on mid laner, jungler, and support. This game is over here. I'm sorry, Hansama. You tried to get ahead early on with your legendary Draven pick, but this game is over. Nexus going down here, and Cloud9 find their first win here at Worlds 21 Groups, and the dream may still be alive for North America.